Time now for the Friend Zone, where we invite one of our friends from inside the building here at Fox onto the show. People you see on TV, but we see them at the coffee machines. There are things about them that you don't know that we do. And one thing that we know about Melissa Francis, one of the smartest, maybe the smartest person in the building. She's co-host of After the Bell on the Fox Business Network, and a great person. Great to see you, Melissa Francis. Thank you for doing this.
I'll do anything now. The way you introduce me, I'll agree to anything you say. Just lay it out there.
And everyone here knows it. Everyone who watches your show knows, but I have to say it again. So Fidel Castro died. President-elect Trump is now threatening to terminate the reopened trade and travel agreements between the U.S. and Cuba. Here's what he tweeted. Doubtless you saw it, and I'm quoting. If Cuba is unwilling to make a better deal for the Cuban people, the Cuban-American people, and the U.S. as a whole, I will terminate that deal, the deal that Obama famously made and is so proud of. What would that mean for this country, for our economy?
Look, nobody likes sanctions. I mean, every company wants a new place to go in and do business and increase profits. And, of course, that's what Cuba and Iran, for that matter, looks like. Apple wants to go in. Starwood wants to go in. They all want to go in and sell their products. But, look, a company like Starwood goes in. Tourists come by. They make money off people who are coming in to basically look at Cuba like it's a petting zoo. Raul Castro makes money. Everybody except for the poor people of Cuba.
Right.
I mean, they make $20 a month. Do you honestly think that Starwood's going to come in, or anyone else, the cellular carriers, anyone's going to come in, and all of a sudden Castro's going to allow their people to then make $20 an hour or $15 an hour? No way. You know, they suppress wages. That's how they've got to this point in the first place. And it would benefit Americans to be there. And I think all Trump is saying is, why do we do these deals that are all give and no get?
Well,
I mean,
exactly.
why did we go in there and say, you know what? This hasn't worked for the past 50 years, putting sanctions on, because the point of sanctions, as you know, is to, make people so unhappy that they throw off the yoke of an oppressor. Okay, so that hasn't worked. We can all admit that. But this isn't the answer either, to just say, all right, we're going to go in and pretend like all of this never happened.
So we do have a real interest in the state of the Cuban economy, because if the economy continues to be pathetic there, no real economy, but the travel restrictions are loosened, Cuban citizens who come to this country, when they reach it, get, in essence, asylum. You could have 11 million poor people moving here tomorrow. That would be very disruptive in this country. So we want them to have a reason to stay there, don't we?
No, that's a great point. I mean, absolutely. But I think that these are all things that could have been negotiated along the way.
Right.
And to just say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let all of our companies go in and sort of rain economic goodness on an island where the people in charge aren't going to share it with the people who have been oppressed forever, you achieve absolutely nothing. It's the same thing we've done in Iran, and it just makes absolutely no sense. It's easy, because you just wave a magic wand and let the companies rush in, and they're thrilled, and they're going to be furious if he turns it around. But this is another one of those things where it's part of a negotiation where he says, I'm going to slam the door and turn everything back. Everyone gets really scared and probably comes back to the table and negotiates something more reasonable, I would hope.
So the oligarchs basically would like to do their own deal without anybody watching, but you think Trump may get in the way. Have you been to Cuba, by the way?
No, I have not. Have you?
I never have.
No, I haven't. I have friends who have gone. They said it's like, you're stuck in a time capsule. It just, nothing is new. And, but everybody wants to go. It's this romantic notion. Beyonce and Jay-Z went, so it must be fabulous.
It's like Happy Days without the happiness. Melissa Francis, it is great to see you. Thanks a lot for doing that.
Thanks for having me.